The 6 o'clock news starts right now.
Finally, I got justice. We've been going on 3 years.
A San Antonio family thankful for that justice today after the man who killed their daughter was sentenced. We explain what it took to get here.
And we're finally seeing a little bit of relief with a few showers possible this weekend, even into next week. I'll break down your weekend forecast, plus give you the latest for the track and timing of that front that could bring us some rain coming up.
But first, here at 6, we begin with breaking news this evening. A person has died after a large piece of equipment fell on top of them. It happened at the Boeing Center at Techport within the past couple of hours. San Antonio firefighters say that person was already dead when they arrived. This is video that was taken from the scene just a short time ago. Details still coming into our newsroom right now. We are still trying to find out who was killed and how exactly this happened. We'll bring you any updates during this newscast. But again, a person has died on the campus of Port San Antonio after a piece of equipment appears to have fallen on top of them. It has been a long road to justice. 44-year-old Lydia Morales was killed by her neighbor, David Graytalk, a little over 2 years ago. The case went to trial not once, but twice before a sentence was finally handed down today. Erica Hernandez was there as Graytalk learned his punishment.
My daughter was beautiful, very young, beautiful.
That's how Delia Morales remembers her daughter. In September 2023, Lydia Morales lived above 56-year-old David Graytalk at an apartment complex on the northwest side. One evening, Graytalk complained about the noise upstairs, something he had complained about before. His frustrations boiling led to an argument with Morales' son-in-law.
Mr. Graytalk had had enough of Miss Morales not doing what he wanted her to do, which was be quiet. The video evidence is so clear that we're talking about seconds from her coming down those stairs to being shot.
The case went to trial in May, but ended in a mistrial when the jury couldn't reach a verdict. In July, a retrial took place, and it was then a guilty verdict was reached. During sentencing Friday morning, the defense was adamant Graytalk was a good man and a veteran.
The characteristics and history of the defendant are those of a law-abiding citizen. He has only this one case.
Lydia's mom, Delia, was here for sentencing, but she couldn't bear to hear the details of the case again, so she came out and sat here. It was afterwards that she was told Graytalk was sentenced to 30 years. She was overcome with emotion.
We've been going on 3 years. September the 12th, it was her anniversary when he took her life. He didn't get away.
And now she says as hard as it is, the family can move forward.
We got justice.
Erica Hernandez, KSAT 12 News.
Another suspect on the run. This is in connection to the killing of 14-year-old Simon Cuevas. This news comes just days after San Antonio police told us they were not looking for any additional suspects. The person you see here is 17-year-old Andrew Cantu. SAPD believes he was involved in the beating and shooting of Cuevas back in April. Surveillance video shows Cuevas in the moments before his death near Brewer Academy. He was seen walking with a group of people. We know that at least 3 suspects have been charged with capital murder for his death. 2 suspects in the case are 14 and 16 years old. They're brothers. Their names not being released because of their ages. Another suspect, 18-year-old Fernando Flores. He's in the Bexar County Jail tonight. And a 4th suspect took his own life at a home in Laredo last month. 18 years in prison for this man. This is 42-year-old Jerry Hernandez. He was the driver of a concrete truck that hit a Hayes CISD school bus in March of last year. A 5-year-old boy, Ulysses Rodriguez Montoya, and a 33-year-old UT PhD student, Ryan Wallace. They were killed in that accident. Hayes CISD released video from cameras on the school bus that show the oncoming concrete truck drift across the double line in front of the bus. The crash happened as that bus was taking pre-K students from Tom Green Elementary School and 11 adults back to campus after a field trip. Hernandez was indicted on 2 counts of manslaughter. According to an arrest affidavit, he told DPS troopers that he smoked marijuana and used cocaine and only had about 3 hours of sleep before the crash. The Texas Rangers say they're helping Uvalde police with the investigation into the death of a staffer from U.S. Representative Tony Gonzalez's office. Family members say Regina Santos Aviles died Sunday after she caught fire. And now KSAT Investigates' Daniela Ibarra has learned that KSAT and other news outlets have been uninvited to an event with a congressman next week.
Congressman Tony Gonzalez is set to be in San Antonio on Monday for a grand opening at the Southwest Research Institute. Back on Wednesday, we were invited to the event to interview Gonzalez and other officials too. That's the same day KSAT Investigates first reported on the death of Gonzalez's regional director in Uvalde, Regina Santos Aviles. The 35-year-old died over the weekend after a close family member told us she caught on fire in front of her home in Uvalde. Uvalde police, firefighters, and paramedics responded. Families say she was airlifted here to San Antonio, where she died on Sunday. The family says this was an accident, but the medical examiner is still investigating. According to her LinkedIn, Santos Aviles worked as Gonzalez's regional director in Uvalde since 2021. Gonzalez gave us a statement earlier this week saying he was heart-stricken. We've called and texted Gonzalez and his communication director 13 times since Wednesday because we want to learn more about Santos Aviles. Neither has responded, but Gonzalez has made several unrelated posts on X. This afternoon, the Southwest Regional Institute said media outlets were no longer invited, but confirmed Gonzalez will still be there. We asked if we were uninvited at the congressman's request, but we haven't gotten an answer. We're going to continue to follow this story for you. By the way, if there's a story or tip that you think we need to be looking into, let us know. You can reach out to our KSAT Investigates team by scanning that QR code on your screen. I'm Daniela Ibarra with KSAT Investigates.
San Antonio police and a local family are hanging their hopes on help from the public. They are looking for tips that will lead to the arrest of the person who shot and killed 38-year-old Israel Uriegas. Police found him on the morning of July 5th, lying on the ground at an apartment complex near Loop 410 in Perrin Bidle. They say a witness told them that Uriegas was shot during an attempted carjacking. The killer got away without taking his car. A relative, still too afraid to show her face, told us her family is heartbroken.
Everybody's pretty shocked, really hurt that someone would even do this to him. He was a good person. He didn't deserve to go out the way he did.
Crime Stoppers released photos which police hope will jog someone's memory. They say that these pictures show 4 people were involved in the crime, and the getaway car was also caught on camera. That's what you just saw, a black 2014 Kia Soul. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers at 210-224-STOP. That's 7867. A Bexar County Sheriff's deputy in trouble with the law himself. BCSO says the 23-year-old Ivan Estrada admitted to smoking a marijuana vape pen while on the job. Estrada was arrested yesterday for possession of a controlled substance and for having a prohibited substance inside a correctional facility. Estrada had been working with the sheriff's office since April of this year. By KSAT's count, Estrada is now the 10th Bexar County Sheriff's Office deputy arrested this year. Let's take a look at traffic during the 6 o'clock commute out here. I-37 at Jones. You can see that one lane in the northbound lanes backing up as it merges onto I-35. Stop and go in that intersection, but overall, everything moving along just fine. Do you have your tickets? Are you ready for the Texas Eats Food Festival? It is happening tomorrow at the Boeing Center at Techport. We know that David Elder, he's ready for the big party. He joins us now live from the KSAT Garden. David, you got something cooking out there. What's in store for everybody tomorrow?
We have a lot going on tomorrow, so make sure you get your tickets, txfoodfest.com. We have general admission still available. VIP is sold out, but don't worry, you can still get a lot of great bites when you get out there. Right behind us right now, we have one of the gentlemen that's going to be out there, Mr. Al Fragoni with his team. And guess what? They're about to flip the goat. All right, so we're going to see. So who's here with you today?
It's Angelito.
And
Stone.
Stone.
Part of my crew.
And right now, we're flipping the cabrito right now.
Yes, sir, a cabrito.
So this is a part of the process because it takes a couple hours for these things to cook. And look how beautiful this side is. It's nice and charred. You have great color on there, great character. And then off to the side, you got steak. You also have sausages. And this is what people can expect tomorrow at the Texas Eats Food Festival, right?
Times 100. We're gonna be doing cabrito, that's from South Texas, picanha sliders and choripanes.
Nice.
Like last year?
Yes,
Yeah.
big bites, great flavor, and it's a show. It's a spectacle. So right when you show up in the front, free parking as well at the event. You can walk up, check out all the fire, everything going on. I know we're going to have a lot of great music out there from Gunpowder Soup as well. So you could be rocking out, eating great bites. And I'm telling you, this is what you want to do on a Saturday, especially, I mean, it's going to be AC inside of the event as well. So you get to go inside. It doesn't matter what the weather's like outside, baby, because outside,
I'm going to be outside.
You're going to be outside with the smoke and the fire. It's going to be a little bit, I'm not going to lie to y'all, it's pretty hot right here. I was like, can we get a little bit further away from the fire? Al was like, no, we get closer to the fire, and lots of great bites. And you know what, coming up here in a little bit right here on KSAT, we're going to be diving in, and I think Myra is going to come out here and join us. Myra, I hope you do, because you're going to be helping us make some bites out here, and we're going to get the choripan and some of the picanha, right?
Oh, yeah, they're ready. Yeah, maybe the cabrito's going to be ready.
Maybe.
Angelito, we got 30 minutes? Yes, sir.
I'll tell you, if the goat's ready, that wouldn't be a bad thing. You know what I mean?
I see what you did there. Of course I'm coming out there, David. I was promised samples. That's why I'm coming out there for sure. All right, thanks, guys. We'll see you coming up at 6:30. Now, if you don't have your tickets, it's not too late. Scan the QR code on your screen to make sure you don't miss out on the Texas Eats Food Festival. Again, that is happening tomorrow from 3 to 7 at Techport. And Techport is part of Port San Antonio. It's an area that's brought up to $20 billion into the state, according to a new economic report. And that's a big jump from the $9 billion announced earlier this year. Sarah Acosta with what that means for you, your job, and your bank account.
The San Antonio and Texas economy is booming, and a lot of it is thanks to Port San Antonio. That was the message from Port San Antonio and the Texas Comptroller, Kelly Hancock. Basically, he's the state's money manager, collecting the taxes and balancing the books. He visited Port San Antonio to talk about how the port is bringing in a lot of money to Texas. $20 billion, in fact, with more than 83,000 jobs. Those jobs are mostly in cybersecurity. You know, people who keep our information safe, and jobs that build airplanes and rockets and engineering. Port San Antonio is 1,900 acres made up of office buildings, tech labs, manufacturing plants, and even an innovation center with an arena. Boeing has its largest aircraft complex at the port, and Standard Aero also works on military and commercial aircraft engines. That all sounds great, but what does this mean for you at home? It's what I asked the comptroller. Why should they care about something when they hear these big $20 billion number being thrown out?
The average viewer, what they really want to know is the average income increase in the state of Texas has outpaced the rest of the country. So not only are jobs available here, but high-paying and well-paying jobs.
Basically, the comptroller is saying more jobs means more opportunities and higher pay in San Antonio. He also says it means San Antonio consumers having to pay less.
And we're seeing that continue to rise while we're seeing inflation numbers in the state stay relatively flat. So that's good news for your viewers.
Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News.
Well, even in late September, we know that the South Texas heat can be relentless, something our local student athletes know all too well. Still ahead here on the news at 6, we'll show you some of the things that are being done to help beat the heat. We've learned some more about breaking news that we are following during the 6 o'clock show. We've learned that a person has died after a jet engine fell on top of them. This happened at Port SA at the Boeing Center at Techport. This is being called a workplace accident. We told you at the top of the show that it was some piece of equipment that fell on top of the victim. We now know that was a jet engine. This happened as 2 men were trying to load that jet engine onto a dock. We're told the victim is a man in his 70s. As we learn more, we will continue to keep you updated here on air and online. Let's take a look outside with live cam here this evening. All in all, we've been hanging out in the 90s, Shelby. Are we going to stay that way for the weekend?
At least throughout most of the weekend. We're still going to continue to see the temperatures, Myra, at least throughout the evening, be a little on the warmer side. I mean, we're already sitting at 92 degrees in San Antonio, starting to see those temperatures really dip but it's not going to be much of a factor, but it is still going to be feeling very much like our air temperature. 88 degrees already sitting in areas of Bernie, 93 in Del Rio, and even this weekend, more of the copy paste with the temperatures, with the cloud coverage. The only difference is we're adding a slight chance of rain. Now, although it's not a lot, it is still about a 10% chance, and there's a few moving parts that also contribute to the chance of some rain. But 93 tomorrow, 93 Sunday, still seeing those partly cloudy skies. And here's part of the moving parts. We're seeing 2 upper level lows sitting in areas of California and near the Dakotas and Minnesota. But what we're also seeing is this area of high pressure in the mountains of Mexico bouncing between Baja California and Texas. And as that high pressure continues to really take over the weather in San Antonio, we're tracking more upper level lows. But here's the thing, that high pressure as of now is going to dominate Texas, so that upper level low coming from Canada that is trying to cut off and push that high and bring us some rain chances, as of now appears to really not move down into Texas. But here's the thing, we're watching for that chance for that upper level low to still bring some of that moisture, but this high pressure is still going to dominate. We're still expecting it to really be mostly clear, maybe a few chances of some showers. And this is Friday already. This is a week away. That high pressure is still expected to stick around, allowing for above average temperatures, not only for San Antonio, but most of the country. We're talking about Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, even getting to the eastern seaboard, especially because astronomical fall already starts on Monday at 1:19 p.m. And although we're going to be above average, our average temperature is only 91 degrees. And the latest 100-degree day ever reported at the San Antonio airport was September 28th. That's about in 9 or 10 days. The good news for us is we're not expecting any triple-digit days. As much as some people want to keep on to summer, we're not seeing any triple-digit days. But what we are seeing is a little bit of that roller coaster, right? We're seeing temperatures jump up to those mid to upper 90s this weekend and even next week, but then we're back to that pattern we've been seeing, temperatures in those low 90s because of the rain chances, and we're still going to be above average. Like I mentioned, our average is now 89 degrees. Just a day or two ago, it was 90 and 91 degrees. But those rain chances do contribute to the fact that we are still going to be a little cooler at times. But not only that, we're still going to continue to see that copy-paste weather for the foreseeable future. But that cloud coverage is also important, especially for us here in San Antonio as we go throughout the weekend, especially in the fall for San Antonio. Now, not only is it important for the fall for San Antonio, but it's also important throughout Central and South Central Texas. Friday night lights are a huge staple in South Texas, but lately it's been the blazing sun that's dominating the field. As temperatures soar, the gridiron becomes more than just a stage for touchdowns. It's a battle against the heat. From high-tech thermometers to life-saving protocols, Texas trainers are going on defense to protect their players. As fall sports heat up across South Texas, student athletes face a growing opponent, the dangerous heat. It's more than just water breaks. It's science, strategy, and split-second decisions led by athletic trainers.
There's layers of prevention you can do, and so mistakes have been made if you have to respond to somebody being ill.
At the University of Incarnate Word, Dr. Reed Fisher is a professor teaching future athletic trainers how to measure and manage heat-related illnesses, from wet bulb globe thermometers to turf temperatures topping 140 degrees.
Above 120, that you'll start seeing the plastic on cleats start to deform and or melt. And so you've got athletes that are on the field dealing with the temperatures that you're feeling, and their feet are even hotter.
A wet bulb thermometer is basically your normal average thermometer. However, it has a wet piece of cloth on it. And as that cloth is wet, you see that evaporation take off of that. And when you take that cloth off, you get the actual reading of that thermometer. And that is also used for Texas UIL. And as you see that actual temperature, if it's 92 degrees or above, there's no outdoor practice. If it's just below, between 90 to 92, you can limit to a 1-hour practice. 2 hours is 87 to 89 degrees. And if it is below 78 degrees. You can have normal practice, but you do have to use discretion just for the safety of the players. Hydration is tracked down to the ounce. Sweat rates are also calculated. Electrolytes are also monitored.
The water replacement isn't just a matter of drinking water to put it in, because if we're losing electrolytes, it changes how the body has the ability to pull water out of bloodstream and put it into the surrounding tissues.
Trainers are also keeping an eye to the skies, making real-time decisions to keep athletes safe.
There's actually suggestions that local fields and synthetic can actually create their own weather patterns that are on that local area as it influences the air temperature above that field.
While athletes train to win, the trainers are working hard to protect them from heat, from humidity, and from the weather always just around the corner.
It's just got to be education, communication, because everything we do on this side is learning to be team-based approaches.
Reporting from KSAT 12, I'm Shelby Ebertowski.
Thank you, Shelby. All right, we know it's hot out there, but so is the action. It's Friday Night Lights. We're in week 4, Mary.
Yeah, already on to week 4. Exciting times. District play starting to ramp up for some teams. And for our BGC road trip, we start in Charlotte, where the football team is on the rise. They're a feel-good story. And you won't catch Jeff Traylor giving his friend Jay Norville at Colorado State any bulletin board material ahead of tomorrow's game. After the break.
I'm grateful to be 2-0, especially with this team. I'm really proud of this team.
It's been a long road to 2-0. The Charlotte Trojans are grateful to see their hard work pay off in big board sports. Charlotte, Texas is where we begin our BGC road trip route as week 4 of the high school football season ramps up. Now the Trojans are in their 2nd season under head coach Lamar Rodriguez, and what a difference a year makes. Charlotte finished last season 1-9 with 0 district victories. And going into their 3rd game this year, the Trojans are 2-0, winning their first 2 matches by a combined 59 points.
We're very blessed and fortunate to be in this position, and we're grateful, for what's taking place. But right now, we're continuing to stay focused on our goals, taking it one step at a time, starting with this week and then the next 7 weeks in front of us. Right now, we have a good challenge in front of us with Center Point.
It's very special. I feel grateful to be a part of this team. We all came together since last year, became a team, like a bigger and better team, work on power and speed and showing.
It feels special. We're grateful to be 2-0. Us as a team, we worked so hard to be here and coming out from last year, and it's very special. We're great to have the opportunity to be 2-0.
Tonight, Center Point will look to challenge Charlotte's undefeated start, but with the inspired culture that Coach Rodriguez has created, the 1-2 Pirates will have their work cut out for them.
Our kids have earned it, and we went through our challenges and struggle last year, and then the work that they've invested into their strength training and their speed training in the off season and throughout the summer and coming together, that they're starting to go ahead and experience some of the rewards that come with it, and so we feel real good about it.
Getting used to Coach Rod, his 2nd year here, just growing into the system and growing into the program, a successful program, and it's changed a lot. We're very disciplined and we're very mature now.
Man, you love to see a positive culture change like that. Well, Charlotte and Center Point kick off at 7. Then KSAT 12 photojournalist Eddie Latigo will venture to Pleasanton, where the Eagles are hosting Gonzales, and then Poteet for their matchup against Pearsall at 7. And now let's take a live look at the field in Charlotte, courtesy of Eddie, who is back on the road trip beat this week. There's the players on the field getting ready. You could see the energy, the buzz slowly starting to ramp up as Charlotte gets ready to better their resume before district play begins. We'll have highlights of this game and the rest of the road trip tonight on the Night Beat. There are 14 total games we have scheduled to shoot tonight, and that also includes our game of the week. It's Smithson Valley at Bernie Champion. Both teams are 2-1 entering this highly anticipated district opener.
You guys are a slight favorite on the road. The odds makers have you guys 1.5. Do you know Jay very well? Jay will make such a huge deal out of that, JJ, just because you asking that question. I'm sure it'll be in the team meeting. There's no way in heck we should be a favorite. All you Colorado State players that are watching this video right now, when Jay tries to show this, don't believe a word of it. It's going to be a heck of a game Saturday night.
Crisis management. UTSA and Colorado State kick off at 8:30 tomorrow night in Fort Collins, Colorado. The spread is a -4.5 UTSA, but Jeff Traylor doesn't want any part of that narrative. We'll be right back after the break.
You know, most people at the end of the week, Friday evening, they're ready to head home after the workday. Not me. We are out here live in the KSAT garden, Texas Eats kitchen, cooking up something special. We don't normally get to do this here on the News at 6, and I've been waiting so long to be on Texas Eats, and I finally made it.
It's happening.
David Elder. We have Al here, chef extraordinaire. Fergoni, thank you so much for being here. We're talking about Texas Eats Food Festival happening tomorrow. You're going to be there. This is going to be there. So tell us a little bit about the event and what you're making here.
Sure, the event is going to be amazing, right? We've been there last year. It was a complete success. This year we're going to be bigger and better, right? We're going to have my team and I, we're going to be there cooking. We're going to do choripanes, we're going to do picanha sliders, and we're going to do cabrito.
And David, this is the second year, right?
This is the second annual Texas Eats Food Festival, and we're super excited. Last year, we had the San Antonio Food Bank as the beneficiary for the event. And, this year we picked the Community Foundation of the Texas Hill Country. And, we actually got to do a special with them where we went out there, and it just really resonated with us that we want to do more as well to help out the people impacted by the flooding. So this event will be benefiting them as well.
Yeah, I'm glad you point that out. There are still tickets available for sale. VIP is sold out.
Yes.
But tickets are still available. How can people get them?
So tickets are available at txfoodfest.com. General admission is still available in limited quantities, and VIP did sell out, but that's okay, because when you get in for general admission, it's still free parking. It's all you can eat, baby. It's live music, gunpowder soup, dance floor. We're talking big time fun and entertainment with some of the best restaurants and chefs around. Yeah. This is going to be huge. We have Eagle Pass, Pflugerville, Austin coming out, Houston coming out, and of course in and around the San Antonio area. I'm super excited.
So people know your show. They love your show, Texas Eats. This is kind of a way to go one-stop shop, sample everything that you have come to love and want to bring to everybody.
Yeah, that's like the best part of this is if you're a fan of the show, if you've watched some of the episodes, if you watched all the episodes, thank you. But if you have, all of these restaurants and all the chefs have been featured on the show. Yeah. So it's an opportunity to go out there. I always say, I wish they would have a scratch and sniff feature for TV. We don't have that yet. It's 2025. We got self-driving cars, no scratch and sniff TV. We got to get there, but this is an opportunity to actually go interact and engage with all of the restaurants that are out there. So it is a really fun way to also have community, to go out there and learn more about all these chefs, go talk to them.
Yeah, like Al here.
Yes.
Okay, tell us what are you making here?
So we're making now the Argentinian street food. That's choripan. That means chorizo, pan, bread, right? Yeah. So that's as simple. It's only sausage,
that looks so
bread,
good.
and chimichurri sauce. That's my
chimichurri. Yes, that makes it.
Al, you actually make your own chimichurri.
Yes.
I'm going to do a shameless plug for you right here.
Nice.
You can find this at HEB.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
And I remember you guys telling me about this last year. It's super easy to do at home yourself.
It is. It's just red wine vinegar and olive oil, and then you just add this dehydrated chimichurri, and you can actually make what you have here, which is this beautiful product. Al, if you can give us a little drippy drop, show off what you got there.
All right, ready?
Ready.
Pa-pa-pa-pa.
Look at that. That's restaurant quality stuff right there. And you can come sample this tomorrow. And the event is ready to rock and roll, you guys. We're so excited. More than 20 award-winning chefs. We're talking Michelin, James Beard. I mean, these are the people that are really defining what it means to have the culinary scene in and around Central and South Texas, and all the way out to East Texas. We've got Houston coming out. So very cool stuff.
And when you talk about having a bunch of different chefs, all kinds of different samples to try, it's one ticket gets you in and gets you access to all of that.
That's the craziest part.
Yeah.
Is for the cost of admission, when you come in, it's free parking, all you can eat, and you can go and sample all of these chefs, and you get to engage in a different way. You actually get to vote for the best bite. So we will be announcing the People's Choice Award at the end of the evening. Oh, cool. Last year, Tu Asador won the People's Choice Award, and so they're coming back. They're the reigning champs. They got to hold on. They got to see if they can keep the belt. But, you know, we'll see.
I think they could. I'm gonna for you.
Bring the heat. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of heat, so you're going to be outside tomorrow doing
yes,
this?
I'm going to be outside. We're going to be doing open fire, like you see right here. And actually, the cabrito is ready, right? Yeah.
Check this out.
Okay, cabrito, that's a baby goat.
Oh, okay.
Here in Texas, everybody know what a cabrito is. But,
Yes, exactly.
Check this out.
my
Angelito, everybody.
goodness.
So this is a delicacy right here. This is actually, I mean, there's only certain people that will have this. Certain purveyors will carry these items. So you really have to make sure you're finding the best source to find the top quality
Absolutely.
protein.
Yes,
I think we
absolutely.
got it.
Yeah.
We have it right here.
We're blessed here in Texas. We have, we can get those, but not everywhere in the country. It's very difficult to get.
So how do you serve this?
We're gonna serve it like that. Like cabrito is so unique, such a unique taste that doesn't need anything.
Really?
So we're gonna serve it in boats, with a pinch of lemon.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, that's that sounds good. Yeah, a little bit of lemon on there, and it just sings. Oh wow!
Oh my gosh!
Woo! Al, man, you guys did it.
So good.
Yeah.
And look how juicy that is.
It smells.
Yeah.
So good.
Crispy exterior, tender, juicy interior. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Not to mention, is this the picanha over here?
Yes.
Can you hold that up for the camera?
Sure.
Look how beautiful that is. And that also, I mean, everything is the technique that you've mastered out here. I mean, you just recently, you just made a list. You were top 50 most influential barbecue people in the world. Top 50.
In the world?
In the world. I mean, we're talking huge stuff here. Yeah.
And he's here on the news at 6.
You know what? And I tell you guys, it's super special to have this relationship with Al. We met each other back when you were selling the grills, actually, was kind of the main thing that you were doing. And now look you've exploded. I'm so proud of you. You're crazy, man. You're all over the place. Memphis in May. You were like were you in Australia? Where have you been? You've been everywhere.
Yeah, so far Australia, Guatemala, UK,
Canada?
Canada, yeah.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, we know where you're going to be
San
tomorrow.
Antonio.
That's
Finally,
right.
one event in my home, right?
Yeah.
Town.
Boeing Center at Techport tomorrow. Tell me the hours again.
Yes, so if you're VIP, make sure you get there early. It's free parking, 3 to 7, and if you're GA, 4 to 7 as well. So you're gonna have 3 hours, all you can eat. It's gonna be insane. And live music, gunpowder soup. So you gotta make sure you bring your dancing boots and you bring an empty stomach. I recommend fasting now.
Oh, you know what? Adam Caskey has been hyping up this event all week. He's not here. He took the day off. That's on you, because look at what we got. He has told everybody, though, to wear their stretchy pants.
Wear
and
your
I feel
stretchy
like that
pants.
is valuable information.
Yeah, that's Fuego Fridays, Adam. We were missing you out here. But
I know,
cheers
you
to you,
deemed it
Al. Thank you
Fuego
so
Fridays.
much. Cheers to you, Myra.
Listen, I'm 100% eating this. I'm just not as brave as you are to do it on camera.
Cheers.
So I'm going to toss to commercial break, take a bite, and then I'll see you back in the studio after this.
Vamos!
Taking a look outside with live cam, it was a warm day, but hey, we finally made it to the weekend. But with that, we're continuing to see those clear skies tonight and more of the same old from what we saw today, what we saw yesterday, and what we'll see tomorrow. Today we got to about 93 degrees, which marks our 10th day in a row at 92, 93, and 94 degrees. And we're gonna continue to add a few more to that count. But the weekend is likely staying quiet, just about a 10% chance of rain. And some bad news, if you wanted the rain, it's not coming to this weekend. Might have a chance next week, but it's trending quiet. I'll break down the rain chances of what you need to know coming up after the break.
Last couple of days, those lucky enough to see some rain, Shelby, it's been way off to our east, and it looks like that's the case again today.
Yeah, it's going to be the case, Myra, over the next week or so is what we're expecting still, the showers to either make it to San Antonio or not. So we're tracking one little pop-up just near Edna, just to the, clicker's being all wonky. So we are tracking that one shower just near Edna, just to the northeast along Highway 59 of Victoria. But as you can already see, it's already starting to weaken and really dissipate. So that's what we expect over the next few hours for that shower to really move. But as I take a look into San Antonio, not much for us. We're just getting that normal feedback, but that one shower, That's what we are expecting tomorrow. For when I say that 10% chance of showers and storms, that's exactly what we're expecting. Maybe a quick shower for some folks, might be to the east near the coastal plains. It might be closer to Medina County. We really won't know until tomorrow morning when we get the chance to see how much moisture is actually in the atmosphere. But tomorrow, despite if you see a shower or not, we're still going to have that cloud coverage and the temperature is getting to those 90s. Like I mentioned, another copy-paste day getting to about 93 degrees, and that's because of this heat high. All of that moisture is getting brought from Mexico, and it's mixing with that Gulf moisture to have that chance for a few showers near the coastal plains. But that heat high is also impacting our temperatures. Like I showed you earlier, we're going to stay above average, but over the 6 to 10 days, we're also trending to be above average with our precip. Now I know you hear rain, we need it, but when I showed you earlier, that heat high might not allow for some of that moisture to continue to make its way, but there is long end past 7 days, a few more chances of some rain. So we'll continue to keep you posted. But like I've been mentioning, that heat high is really going to continue to be the main weather factor today, tomorrow, and over the next week. But as that heat high finally is continuing to bounce back and forth, like I've been mentioning, that low pressure system is going to come through. But both of those will continue to merge or get closer as we see that line of some showers and thunderstorms move into areas of Texas. And as that weak frontal system is expected to make its way to San Antonio, we're looking and it's appearing like the chance of some stronger showers are pushing back later and later. So Wednesday might be the best chance of some showers. It all depends on how much and how quickly that low continues to cut off and move to the east, as well as that frontal system associated with it. If it moves a little quicker, we might get rain earlier in the week. If it moves a little slower, we might get some rain later in the week. And that low pressure systems are bringing plenty of rain for other portions of the country. But for us in San Antonio, over the next week, it is projecting that we maybe get 1/4 of an inch of rain up near New Braunfels, maybe 1/100th near Victoria, and the coastal plains, maybe 1/10 of an inch near or even 1/4, but up near Waco and Austin, where we see a chance of some heavier rainfall, you could see upwards of 2 inches of rain. But that's long end. It also depends on how quickly that frontal system moves through. But we need the rain. Any rain is good rain at this point. This is the latest drought monitor as of yesterday. Still seeing that exceptional drought in portions of Medina County, that extreme drought in Bexar County, including San Antonio. So any rain is good rain at this point for us here in San Antonio. And the good news is, even though it's not a lot, a little bit of rain over the next 7 days will help. Even though if it's not a big washout, even though everyone's not going to see it, a little rain for some people goes a long way, Myra.
Sure does. All right. Thank you, Shelby. Let's take a look at what's coming up tonight on ABC's Prime Time. At 7 o'clock, it is High Potential. Then at 8, it's ABC's 2020. In tonight's episode, it's a look inside the murder of a woman who officials say was poisoned by her husband. How investigators discovered it all. After that, don't miss our hour-long night beat at 10, followed by Texas Eats at 11. We'll be right back. A full lineup of Friday Night Lights plus college action headed your way tomorrow. Mary Rominger is standing by in the newsroom with what is ahead tonight on our streaming show, KSAT Sports Now. Hey, Mary.
Hey, Myra. Yeah, on Friday nights, what we talk about on KSAT Sports Now is college football and high school football to get you ready for this evening's high school football slate. Now, as far as our college headlines go for the action starting tomorrow, UTSA taking on Colorado State. They're fresh off of a win against UIW. We'll hear more about Jeff Traylor's relationship with Colorado State's head coach. Also, speaking of UIW, they're in action against Northern Arizona, starting a different quarterback this week in E.J. Colson. We'll hear how Colson learned he'd be the starter this week. Texas State taking on an FCS opponent, Nichols. We also have UTRGV looking to go 4-0 in their inaugural season against Texas Wesleyan. Also, as far as the high school football slate goes, we're previewing our BGC road trip, giving you a look at the full schedule coming up tonight. We have 14 games that we're shooting, and we're also talking SAFC. That's all coming up on KSAT Plus and KSAT.com on KSAT Sports Now at 7 o'clock. We'll be right back.
If you are headed north through the downtown area looking to hit I-35, some good news. It looks like traffic's moving a little bit smoother heading into that interchange than it was a bit ago. Really both directions moving along just fine out there right now, Shelby.
Well, it's still going to be a little on the warmer side over the next week or so. We are still in Texas, but the only change that we've really added is a quick shower possible throughout the next few days, especially raising rain chances as we go throughout the middle portion next week.
Thanks, Shelby. And thank you for watching the news at 6. We'll see you right back here for an hour-long night beat at 10.